All right. Let's move to the group by. This is going to be one of the most the second most after the apply that we are going to see. So let's see what group by is. For example, I have to find. For example, I have to find mean age of people with P class equal to 1. If I have to find that, I took Titanic. Inside it, I passed the condition that P class equal to 1. For those people, just return me the column named age and then applied the mean on it. Good. I can do that. Now, if I say that, okay, do this for a different column, which is not age, but for example, I want to get the mean of the ticket price. Okay. I can just type in the ticket price here and I will get the answer. But now if I say that, okay, I want the condition it for some other column based on the condition I want or based on other column. For example, I want to change from P class 1 to P class 2. Now the code is going to like keep increasing. Okay. For example, for first I did this. For when if I want to find for the P class 2, I will have to do this. For the P class 3, I will have to write this. And there are going to be three different things I have to write again and again. What if I can create a new property where the data set is going to be divided in some way that P class 1, P class 2 and P class 3. I will have the data set divided in three parts automatically and I can just access it whenever I want. Okay, so this is kind of the functionality that is being provided to us by something called group by. Let's understand the definition that has been given for group by in the pandas data frame. A group by operation involves some combination of splitting the object, applying a function, and then combining the result. So we split the object into groups. So here what we did was we split the object into group. The first split was equal to 0, equal to 1, right? And the second group was for the P class equal to 2 and the third was for P class equal to 3. So basically for the P class, we created three groups because there are three possible classes available. Okay, that's what we did here. So first part is split the object into groups. We did three. Apply a function on element of the group. Now we have applied the function which is mean. Okay, then we say that, okay, now combine the result. Combine the result means that show us the result. If the results are applied on multiple columns, show us those. Now, let's see how the group by is going to help us here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take the data frame. I'm going to do the function group by, and I want to group it by the column P class. Okay. If we see here, it's not going to show us anything. It's going to show us that, okay, this is some sort of arbitrary thing that we have done. Now what we have to do is we have to apply a function on it. So first part is actually the split the object into groups. This is what we have done here with this. Now we have to apply the function and we have to show it. When we apply the function dot mean, it's going to do what? It's going to take for P class 1, 2 and 3. It has broken everything in and it's going to see the passenger ID. It's going to do the mean of the passenger ID where the P class was 1, then mean for the passenger ID where P class was 2, and the mean for the passenger ID where P class was 3. The same thing for survived, same thing for age, same thing for SIB, SP, and PR and fare also is going to work. Where are the string columns?
So mean will work only on numerical.
Yes, exactly. So mean is only going to work on the numerical column. That's why we are seeing it like this. So this is how our group by works. It creates something called group by object, and on that we can apply any function we want. Is this part clear? Everybody know how group by works, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's clear, right? Okay, let's move next to the group by. Now I have created the group by for the P class, but I want to select one column and I want to apply the function on only one that particular column. That I can do that by creating the group by object and then select which column I want to work on. Then I can apply the function that I want to do. So it will just show me for the survived the size of it. Okay, so size is a function which is part of group by. It gives the count of it. Okay, size means how many values are there. Okay, it's the size works like that. It's the value count kind of thing. Is that part clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so selecting a column and we can apply the function on top of it. Again, we are taking the survived and we are applying the function sum on it. Okay. And next, let's move to something called aggregate. So sum, we have a basic function, we have mean function, we have size, we have count also. We have something called aggregate also. Okay. So aggregate is like, can get super complicated, but we will try to understand it, how this works. So we take the group by, we select a column. On top of it, I have to do the aggregate. For example, I have to do the aggregate on age. Let's remove the age. We want to do the aggregate on everything. Okay, all the columns. I will have two functions together. I want to apply. Here I was applying function sum. Here I was applying the function size. Here I was applying the function mean. What if I want to apply more function together? Okay, everything I want to apply together. Okay, so what we do is we take aggregate, and inside the parentheses and inside the square bracket, we pass all the aggregating function that are available. So what it's going to do is it's going to create the group by for the P class 1, 2, and 3, and for the passenger ID for the min, this function is going to find the minimum, then the maximum. For the survived also is going to do that. For name also it's going to do that. And for gender and age and everywhere these function can be applied, it's going to do it for us. Okay, this is how aggregate is going to work. Aggregate is for applying multiple functions on group by objects. Is that all clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Sir, here as
Yes.
well, can we select a particular column?
Yes, we can select that. Just for the age, we can select that. For example, if I'm just doing it for age, it's going to do it for age. It's going to give me two different, for min and max, two different function, and they are going to be converted to two new columns. Okay.
Sir, when it comes to a string, then how it is aggregating?
So min and max actually work for strings also.
Alphabetically.
Alphabetically, it does that.
Okay.
Size of length of it.
Okay. So first order is which one? Size or alphabet?
Size. Min and max is going to be size. So it's
Okay.
not ascending and descending order, just finding the min and max. I think it's on, let me check. I don't exactly remember. Let me see. Yeah, so min and max actually work with the alphabetical order, not the length.
Okay.
Okay. On string, it's going to work on alphabetical order. Smaller is going to be starting from A, the largest is going to be ending with Z. Any other question with the group by? Everybody got the group by how it works, right? And if we have to work on group by, they can do that now, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, perfect.